Hello everyone, Legicao0814 here, and today I'll be talking about less of speculation or theories, but more of just a simple game idea. To be blunt, this is a crossover between indie games in the form of a open world RPG. I call it Into the Indie, because I honestly like the ring to it. But the plot is that a mysterious being has opened wormholes to take over, to suck the worst people from different realms, or worst beings from different realms, to assist him. But incidentally, he accidentally also warps some of the heroes with him, which he finds and disposes of. In reality, you just start off as an indie character, and then you have to save the others before you really get to start your adventure. And yes, I said indie characters. This will not be really going for an original, but more or less going for taking the best of certain games and putting them into one package. Honestly, not all the characters will be unlocked from the get-go or in the first hour, but the first floor wouldn't be needed before you get to really explore the vast world. And the characters will be based around, well, indie games. Each main character would have a boss, a rival, an overall main gimmick. And the rival doesn't have to be like an actual rival like with Shovel Knight, Black Knight. It's more or less their antagonist. For example, Shovel Knight would have the combo of King Knights, Plague Knight, and Spectre Knight, because they're all the DLC characters from Shovel Knight. All of those would be represented in a single boss. But his quote-unquote rival, or main foe, would be the Enchantress. And his shtick would be that he's a great balanced character, and his shovel blade has pretty cool potential. So yeah. I'll be making small videos like this, but going over certain things like characters, certain enemies, and bosses. If you have any ideas for a character, well, an indie character, that could be represented as a main character in alt, which will basically be almost a reskin of the character, but with different stats and some different things. Like another character being Meat Boy, since he is a very popular indie game series. His alt would be Madeline from Celeste, because they're both based around climbing up steep platforms with platforming in mind. Being able to wall jump, being able to avoid diversely obstacles as they try to fight their worst foes. So yeah, if you have an idea for a indie character that could work as a boss, which at the very least put into one of two categories: puzzle or combat. Combat would be how you think a normal boss would be. Either avoid certain attacks and attack, or mainly you can wail on them as much as you want, but do not get too close or do not be there too long because they'll counterattack. That's the combat. Puzzle is less about fighting the boss and more about outsmarting it. A perfect example is Epic Mickey's beginning section, or the beginning boss. Basically, it doesn't teach you, it teaches you the most basic thing of how to play, but instead of having to destroy the device, which kind of goes against Mickey at the end, spoiler, but you actually have to dispower it by destroying the power panels or its control panels or whatever. So yeah, if you have an idea for a character, an alt, a boss, or an NPC, a character that is just not fit to be a boss or a playable character, but it's just fit to be in the game, like an Undertale character. This is LegicCosy0814. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment, if you may. I really hope that this gets to indie developers, because I really want them to see my content. And even think about the idea of Into the Indie, a big indie game crossover. But anyways, it's LegicCosy0814, signing out.